Joe Frazier, he's unbeaten as a heavyweight professional, will pick up the action as we called it, round number one. Round number one of a scheduled six-round heavyweight bout, the fifth professional outing for Marvis Frazier in the pink trunks on the left of your screen. His opponent, Tony Pulu, from Salt Lake City, born in the American Samoa, and he is a veteran with a record of 15-9, according to his manager, Marv Jensen.
This is a very difficult fight for Marvis. Tony Pulu is from Tonga. Tough, strong young man, awkward, a very difficult fight for Marvis. I hope they haven't overstepped him because this guy's got a lot of experience.
Short right hand by Marvis Frazier. Landed to the head of Pulu against the ropes. Referee is Ferd Hernandez. Tim Ryan with Angelo Dundee and Sean O'Grady. We're in round one, scheduled for 6.
Frazier's got to be able to use that jab on Pulu. Pulu knows only one direction, and that's right straight in. Frazier's got to get him out on the end of his punches.
I'll tell you, Sean, the only difficult thing with this fight is neither guy warmed up. Both guys are not sweating. They come in dry. It's dangerous, especially on Marvis's part, because the other guy's a real awkward banger.
That's a very dangerous point because many fighters are caught cold-cocked. That's what cold-cocked is. Frazier just got to hit a good right hand.
Overhand right, yes indeed, landed to the head of Marvis Frazier. Of course, in the corner of Marvis is Father Joe, the ex-heavyweight champion, along with Georgie Benton, one of the very respected trainers. Fight number 5. He has 3 knockouts in his 4 victories. His last outing, he went the 6-round distance, winning a decision over Melvin Epps in New York.
Frazier is now talking to Pulu every time he hits him. He is making a little noise every time he hits him to out-psych him.
No, that's a Philadelphia yell. Hey, man, what's happening? You see, Sean, me boy, I come from Philadelphia, so I know what that is.
It must work because those are the greatest fighters in the world. They come from Philadelphia.
Under a minute to go, round 1.
I tell you, Sean, this is a big step up for Marvis because he's in there with strength and a puncher. This guy fought Marty Monroe and lived with him, so you know the guy takes a real good rap.
Frazier, a good left hand, Angelo. Wobbled Pulu momentarily, but as you said, he's a tough guy. Under 30 seconds to go in the first round. Uppercut from Pulu landed.
Both men are banging heads in there very much. They're hitting the top of their heads. Both of them are keeping their heads down low, keeping their chin tucked away.
Final seconds of round number 1 with Pulu using his weight against Frazier on the ropes. Tim Ryan with Angelo Dundee and Sean O'Grady back here at ringside. And gentlemen, the pattern was really established in round number 1. Indeed, in the second round, Frazier appeared to have Pulu in trouble, but Pulu just wouldn't go down. But really, he owned him the rest of the fight.
Right, he established that control in the second round. The first round, Pulu was still trying to take control. He was still trying to land some good punches. But in the second round, Frazier showed that he could come back and take control of the fight, and then he kept control throughout the fight.
Angelo, it looked to me like Marvis must have been a little frustrated that he couldn't knock Pulu down.
Well, that's the problem. He couldn't get the guy down. So Frazier only get arm weary because he kept banging on the guy. But I think the body punches paid off.
All right, well, let's move to the 5th round action. You'll see pretty much the same pattern. Marvis Frazier, in his education as a young heavyweight, doing a fine job against tough Tony Pulu. This is round number 5, a scheduled 6-rounder. Marvis Frazier on the right of your screen in his 5th professional fight. And it is Tony Pulu, his opponent in red, on the left of your screen. Very tired now as Frazier has been in charge from the opening bell, but unable to deck Tony Pulu from American Samoa and now living in Salt Lake City. Angie?
Papa Joe gave him some good instruction there, told him to move a little bit more. And I think he's a little concerned about his son getting a little arm weary like I was concerned. Pulu, I don't think can go very much longer. If Marvis connects a few good shots, I think it'll be all over.
A little blood from the nose of Tony Pulu, but otherwise no visible damage, but he's taken a lot of punches. Right hand of the year landed by Frazier.
Would be a good move for Marvis to go back down to the body and start hitting the body because Pulu's got his hands very high still. And And as I said, the way he smothers the punches, he's very hard to hit.
Looking more and more like a sparring session as we go along here, with Frazier very much in command. Trying different things, a little more movement, as Angelo pointed out, a little less business. Pulu, a game competitor for sure, as he has continued to come forward as best he can, but obviously weary. Showed that back in round 2.
But he hasn't thrown a punch all around.
No, just keeps coming forward.
You're being very kind.
That doesn't mean anything. Doesn't score any points.
I think Marvis is doing the right thing by boxing this guy and moving away, because he's hit this guy with everything and no reaction. I think this is what's going to be better for Marvis, just to wear the guy out by movement.
Under a minute to go, round 5. Pulu just resting over there. Lean on Marvis and get a breather. Now Marvis punches him off and wobbled him again. Must be a little frustrating to Frazier that Pulu hasn't gone down, because Marvis has landed an awful lot of artillery. Pulu sagging against the ropes over there, but refusing to fall.
That is so frustrating, because Pulu's just in there to kind of make Frazier look bad. He's just hanging on, hanging in there.
Final seconds of the 5th round. This is round number 6. The scheduled 6-rounder, Marvis Frazier, on the right of your screen, unbeaten in 4 professional bouts since winning the 1980 AAU National Amateur Championship under the tutelage of Papa Joe Frazier. His opponent is Tony Pulu on the left of your screen, the red trunks, and it has been all Frazier here into the 6th round. A very weary Pulu, looking like he just wants to survive it.
I tell you, I learned a new boxing expression. Papa Joe was talking to Marvis. He was saying, breathe on him. I don't think he's going to fall down if he breathes on him.
Maybe he loaded up with garlic this morning, but I think what Joe's translation of that includes punching.
I think so. If that means punching, Joe Frazier did a lot of breathing in his career.
Yeah, he did. Was seldom out of breath.
Sean, I think it's an excellent fight for Marvis, because he went in there with strength, was over to overcome it. You know, and the toughest thing for a young man in boxing is when you meet a mature guy in there and you got to survive strength.
That's right. This is a good learning fight for Marvis. He's getting that 6-round experience, and he's in there with a stronger guy, a bigger guy, a guy that pulls him around on the ropes. We've talked how strong the legs of Pulu is, but Marvis Frazier has got equally strong legs. And you can tell that he loves that left hook like his dad did.
Good,
good uppercut.
Uppercut, staggered Pulu, and Pulu again hanging in there, just won't go down.
Pulu's just in there to make Marvis look bad. He's not throwing any punches. He's just leaning on Marvis, trying to make him look awful.
I think he's looking pretty bad himself, Sean. I just look at his face. He's got a bloody nose, and he looked like he's taking a real bad licking in there right now, and this next minute's going to be murder for Pulu.
Tony Pulu from American Samoa. Salt Lake City is where he lives now. He's got a record of 15-9, and that's according to his manager. He's been in with some good ones, hasn't beaten anybody in the upper ranks of the heavyweights, but you can see that he is strong and he's game. He's taking a lot of punches. Frazier continuing to bang away to the body, bring it up top. Less than 30 seconds to go in the fight. Every time it looks like Marvis has got Pulu in trouble, Pulu somehow survives.
Frazier throws punches from all over. Also, he throws all angles. He throws uppercuts, overhand right, left hook. And you can tell that he favors that left hook from his dad. And he throws it beautifully.
He's got Pulu in the Frazier corner, and difficulty again, but it must be frustrating for Marvis Frazier. Has been in total control, but he can't put the man down, and the fight is over.